Friday night Major League Baseball, July the 24th, and I've got two free plays for you, including your national TV game on Apple TV. We're going to look at that Yankees-Phillies game and also a free play in the Royals-Tigers, both on the Friday night card. Free plays with analysis coming up right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV. I'm going to give you two free plays, two of my top opinions tonight for Friday, but don't forget my strongest play on the board tonight is a personal best bet for my clients on the Friday night card. We are 6-1, hitting over 80% since the All-Star break. We look to make it 7-1 tonight with the strong best bet on Friday. Get that right now on my page, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and get there quicker, wt.buzz/SM. Let's look at two games that are just a bit outside for making that best bet card. We'll start with your national TV game, your Apple TV game tonight at 6:45 Eastern between the Yankees and Phillies, a little interleague action. And overnight, we do have a pitching change in this game. It just got a little bit better for the Yankees as Cam Schlittler, Cy Young favorite, is expected to go on the mound tonight for the Bronx Bombers. And of course, this is a pitching change as Will Warren was initially listed as the overnight starter. And this is a huge upgrade. Warren had been struggling this year with a 5.6 ERA over his last 7 starts since early June. So obviously a huge increase here getting Cam Schlittler on the mound. Yet the Phillies remain a good-sized favorite around -130, and that's because Luzardo is on the mound for Philadelphia, and he's actually pitched better than Schlittler over the last month and a half. In fact, Luzardo's last 7 starts since early June, an incredible 1.49 ERA. He's been really solid. And while Schlittler's having a great season, he's a Cy Young favorite overall with that 2.19 ERA and an excellent 0.96 WHIP. There is concern that the youngster is starting to falter. Keep in mind, this is his only second year in the majors. Last year, he only pitched 73 innings for the Yankees, had an excellent 2.96 ERA, but he's already gone 123 innings this season. So we will keep a close eye on Cam. I do think he might regress a little here down the stretch, and we saw that maybe in his first start since the break last week on July 19th, or last Sunday rather, when he lasted only 4 innings and gave up 3 runs. But that was against the Dodgers, a very potent lineup. Overall, he's pitched pretty well still. He's been excellent in 8 of his last 10 outings, and I do think he bounces back tonight against a Philadelphia offense that has been very inconsistent in the second half so far. You know, they've alternated wins and losses for the most part, but then they lost back-to-back games against those same Dodgers. But what jumps out to me, despite being just 3-4 straight up their last 7 since the All-Star break, the 2 wins rather, they're just 2-4 since the All-Star break. Those 2 wins, 16 runs scored. The 4 losses, they've had 1 run or less in 3 of those 4 losses. So once again, when they face good pitchers, when they don't play well, the offense has struggled. I do think Schlittler can keep them intact tonight. But the Yankee offense can't really be trusted either. This New York team maybe has won 3 of their last 4, but 3 of those wins, 2 of those last 3 wins came with 2 runs. In fact, the Yankees, since the All-Star break in their 6 games, have scored 3 runs or less in 5 of the 6. They've scored 2 runs or less in 4 of their 6 games. So as you can see, both of these offenses have scored 2 runs or less in over half their games over the past week since the All-Star break. And there's 2 excellent pitchers on the mound tonight with Schlittler and Luzardo. Let's not overthink it. Pun intended. And we'll play the under here. Under 7.5. Phillies, Yankees, under 7.5 minus $1.15. And I like the number. It might seem low, but it's low because there's 2 excellent pitchers on the mound, 2 struggling offenses. And keep in mind, 7 is a very key number. Odd numbers are always more important with totals in baseball, 7 and 9 being the key numbers, because if it's 3-3, extra innings, it has to get to 7, 4-4, it has to get to 9, vice versa. So under 7.5 minus 115 does have some value in this game at 6:45 Eastern on Apple TV. All right, let's look at another early game for you. This one in the American League at 6:40 Eastern, Tigers and Royals, and talk about another excellent pitcher, Skubal on the mound. I think he will win the Cy Young actually this year because he's having an excellent season, 2.83 ERA, and he's a veteran pitcher who's only gone 82 innings so far. So once he gets that inning count up more, I think his numbers will be more credible, and he'll have a better chance of maybe sneaking in and winning the Cy Young, especially if Schlittler does regress a bit, being a young pitcher. Skubal went 195 innings last year, 192 the 2 years before that. He had a 2.2 ERA last year, 2.39 the year before, 2.83 this year, but he's still pitching excellent, 2.97 his last 7 starts since mid-June. Meanwhile, Beck Way, don't you dare call him Becky, it's Beck Way on the mound for the Royals, making his Major League debut. And, you know, normally we look to back a guy making his Major League debut because the other team doesn't have a lot of information on him, hasn't seen him before, but that's not the case here. Beck Way is not a good pitcher, In fact, he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2020, and it has taken him 6 years to finally make his major league debut at an age of 27 years old. Not a good sign. And if you look at his minor league numbers over his career, he has not been very good. 4.84 career minors number, mediocre 1.42 whip, and those are in the minors, some of which at single and double A. That would be an ERA of over 5 in big league baseball. And my pitcher projection ratings also look for him to have an ERA of over 5 tonight in this game. Meanwhile, Skubal, as I mentioned, has been one of the best pitchers in baseball, and Kansas City's current lineup has struggled against him during his career. In fact, this current Royals lineup has gone just 19 for 81 against Skubal. Huge pitching mismatch here, and we get the better team with the Tigers. The Royals remain one of the worst teams in baseball. Tigers have won 3 of their last 4, and since the All-Star break, they've gone 5-2 straight up. Kansas City on the season now, even after winning some games since the break, still just 43-61. So we get the better team, home field, and then on top of that, we get a substantial pitching edge. But as you know, I'm never looking to lay minus 290 in this one. So let's take it down on the run line and get a much more reasonable price, minus 125. We get a complete mismatch and get it minus 125, lay the 1.5 run line. That's a big difference between minus 280 down to just minus 125. So the run line gives you excellent value in this game. Take a look at the Tigers, minus 1.5, minus 125 run line with Skubal over Way. That goes at 640 Eastern. Hey, there you go. A couple games that were just a bit outside for making the cut for my best bet card, and that's because I do have one strong client best bet tonight, and it goes on the nighttime card after 8 Eastern, so you have plenty of time to get on board tonight. And don't forget, we have missed only one play over the past week plus since the All-Star break, and it's not a fluke. I historically have some excellent second halves in Major League Baseball. I have some systematic analysis that works in this part of the season. We also have several months of data to work with as well for my pitcher projection ratings, and boys, it paid off. 6-1, 86% over the past week since the All-Star break. We look to make it 7-1 tonight with the strongest play on the board. It is an over-under best bet on the Friday night card. And by the way, to put things in perspective, the monster runs I've had this time of year, longest win streak I ever in baseball was about a decade ago. Won 19 straight baseball best bets at the end of July. A couple years ago, those of you who are with me on WagerTalk, remember we finished 52-24 from the last week of July through the World Series. This point on, we went 52-24 a couple years ago, and we're already off to a 6-1 start this past week, looking to make it 7-1 tonight. Get tonight's single play for 25 or get 3 days for 69. Nope, 6 days for 69, dude. Yeah, that's right. Buy 3, get 3 is still in full effect. Normally 3 days is 69. Nope, you're getting 6 days for 69 because it's buy 3, get 3 free. And by the way, it's stackable, which means you can buy multiple 3-day, get 3-day free packages and use them throughout the rest of the summer into the fall. You can pick your start date, so don't miss out. That's a fantastic entry-level offer. Or if you're ready to take a longer-term investment approach each and every day, the summer special is still available. Pitch to kick. Get every baseball best bet for the next 5+ weeks and that first week into college football and the NFL preseason along the way. It's everything through August 29th, the next 5+ weeks for just $2.99 complete. Whether you want the buy 3, get 3 or the 5.5 week special, don't miss out. No promo codes needed, and I am red hot in baseball, including another best bet tonight on Friday. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and of course, get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. If you're liking these free play videos, all I ask is a quick thumbs up, like. And if you're on your mobile device, click the hype button as well. Thumbs up, like, hype on your mobile device. And don't forget, click subscribe and click the bell here on WagerTalk TV so you get instant alerts when these free play videos are posted each and every day here on the channel. And comment below. I read the comments, I reply back. What are your thoughts on these games tonight? What other sides, total, player props are you looking at on the Friday night baseball card? Include your top plays below. Include some analysis as well if you have time, so we, of course, can all learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. You can also follow me on social media on X and Instagram at Steve Merril. 2 R's, 1 L. You know the deal. MERRIL at Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to WagerTalk TV because you also know there's more free play videos coming up next.